Good morning, Steve, your daily shaver. Normally, I hold with a Ferengi saying, no good deed goes unpunished, but this morning I was proved wrong. Look, I love Jacob, but Jacob meet Samson. That's right, I thought Jacob was a big one. Well, Samson rocks it. So this morning, I'm using Samson. And the reason it was a good deed was because I set my dad up with some shaving gear. He was given the mug and he's not using it. It's way too big. If he drinks that much cup of joe, we'd have to put a catheter up. No, it's not pretty. So this morning, using that, I am rocking this week the Badger. Yes, back to the Badger. Best Badger from Parker. Love the value of this guy. And for the shaving cream, I haven't even got to the exciting part yet. And this is exciting enough. Shaving cream, good old-fashioned Lemon&Lime. This stuff is beautiful. Now, waste not of not. Just going to go and grab the bit off the cap, clean it up, because in the packaging it must have got a bit warm and melted to one side. So the plan is to get it back where it belongs. And I know you don't need very much for a good shave. So anyway, into the bowl we go. Right, now the exciting part. I just received these from Knot Shaving. These are injector blades, and man, they are so easy. Go around this way. They just slide in there, push that together. Anyway, I'm not going to slide it in because I've already done it. And then you just, and bang, you've got a blade in. Now my Persona is sitting here ready to go with a new blade. Very, very excited. So let's go and give ourselves, there's not even a real point in looking. You know, for a start, beat the crap out of it. Take a peek, beat the crap out of it some more. What you're looking for is when you think you've got way too, when it looks like you've got, you know, your mum used to beat egg whites into the stuff from meringue pies and stuff. When it looks like that, that's probably as close as you're ever going to need it. Now, wow. I'm a big citrus fan. Not a big eating soap in my mouth fan, but a citrus fan. This stuff, first impressions. Okay, first impressions. Smells like a toilet cleaner. Oh well, citrus. It's Lemon&Lime. Okay. So that's the, right, let's see how we go. First time I've shaved with a single blade. Wow. The angle's almost idiot proof because of the way the head's angled. Now, I got this because I'm all in on the one blade. No, the single edge, sorry. We'll get to the one blade again, I'll probably mention a bit later. The single edge, the Kickstarter, which Provision & Co. now allow people to put in their orders outside of Kickstarter. It's not much more either, so, you know, being on the Kickstarter didn't really get you a kidney for nothing. Now, I'll put a link in the description. Oddly, I had a look at the one blade, which uses a much more expensive, difficult to procure one manufacturer left in the world that makes it, which is an unusual selection. But I'm sure whoever's making that blade is really happy someone's out there using it. Yeah, so it's growing on me. Scent's growing on me, just give it a bit more of a, wow. Question is, now I couldn't wait for the single edge. I got on eBay and I found this one. it's near new stock, etc. But put it into perspective. This one has got a single bit of stainless steel, and the front bit, the dark bit's plastic. Not to say it's a bad razor, I actually quite like the weight and size of it. I had a look at the Shicks and the knockoff Shicks that are still made and how much they were being charged, and I thought, nah, that's not very good value. So I've gone for this guy. Yeah. Okay, and I need some blades. I figured I'd need some eventually for the new one when it turned up. But then they chucked in a $10, gave you 2 packs of 20. So that values a pack of these at like $5 in with the single edge. So I was in on that. But again, it's going to be like, you know, March, April before I'd be playing with some shaving gear. That's a bit long for me to wait. I don't do delayed gratification very much. Could never see the point of lay-by. You either walk out with it legally, illegally, but you walk out with it or you leave it. The idea of paying for something and not taking it, or putting down $1 and waiting, I could never understand women's excitement at the concept. Ooh, you know, I don't remember ever feeling that just there. Normally DE blades, we go straight over it. Now the one blade, $300 US. I assume nobody in their right mind is getting their premium edition at $1,000. Well, you know what? Given who made it and their demographic market, you know, maybe there is. That just works out too expensive. The Australian dollar's falling faster than you know, the Pope's popularity. Where's it going up? Well, if this is going up, how's it going the other way? Do wonder about this Pope. He's the oddest Pope the Catholics have ever had. He's been on the news out doing good old John Paul, and let's be honest, was a bit like Hawking there for a good few years. Talk about holding on for grim life. Alright. Then we got Ratzinger. He's in and out. He reckons the gay lobby was pretty much screwing up all his attempts, so he just gives up and says, I'll leave it to someone else. Then you get this guy who makes all the right sounds but doesn't actually do anything. You know? When I read, Vatican takes in 1 million refugees, smallest state now has maximum population per kilometre. Oh, cool. They, you know, do what they preach. You know? I don't remember in the good book, there was a section that said, set the example but don't do it. I thought it was the do the example and make other people look bad, but no, apparently not. This is really light. This would probably be a pick for a travel razor. I kind of like on the DE razors, you can flick them around and you don't have to immediately go back for more water. Also notice for slickness, I might put some bit of water in and just water it down a bit. It seems a bit dry. And the handle, what's nice is on the handle on this side, you've got some grip. On this side though, you just realise how slippery stainless steel is. Now, the questions I have is how many shaves can you get out of one of these? You know, I don't really care, but I'm guessing if one blade does all the work, that's half the shaves. Should have said single edge. Right, let's have a bit of a clean up and see how this one goes. It is definitely a different blade that I'm used to. But like everything, I will not be able to bear it apart with it. Smooth. A little bit under here that needs a bit of beard reduction. Looks fine, but it'll feel a bit spiky during the day. You've got to remember that when your hair dries out, it recedes and a bit, but still, like I said, I'm a baby smooth shaver. Your face can be toughened up with careful shaving so that you can go against the grain. Unless you have, and you're unlucky enough, particularly during those younger years when you got pimples and you're broke, if you've got bad skin and acne, and your terrain does not actually allow you to go against the grain, don't do that. You know, there's no prizes for, unless you're trying to do your own plastic surgery. I can see why, once they got to this shape with the blade, they started going for the little bit of slickness here. It does tend to grab, the flat side grabs on your face. So you're aiming for the thing, but your face still goes and just grabs this bit here. It's not a lot, it's not bad, but it does happen. It's an aggressive, it's not an aggressive shaver. Having said that, you take a little bit of skin off here, not really bleeding, but a little bit of red, it'll dry out and be okay quickly. So why mention the poop? He's been in the press a lot. I don't watch much TV. Since I started doing YouTube videos, I've been more involved in, you know, chatting to people and creating stuff. And, you know, if you knew all the lack of thought that goes into my daily shave, I just get excited about wanting to try new shave gear. And I shave every day for Baby Smooth. I don't see any point if you're not, and Baby Smooth to me isn't just smooth when you shave, it's, and this is why I always ask people, well, how's your regrowth? It seems to be, you know, it's one thing nobody talks about. You know, different razors have different regrowth. Some are more, are just better at reducing the speed at which. Yeah, there's also a little under here. I mentioned it before. I must have screwed up an angle there somewhere. Oh, it's a first shave. Normally I hate every razor on their first shave. It takes a few for me to, ooh, a little bit over there. Obviously capable of terraforming your face. One thing I do notice, I can't just take out the blade, clean it and return it. So drying this is now a very important step in the looking after your razor. Being stainless steel, rust shouldn't be a problem. Having said that, you know, it's just the concern that I haven't had whenever I could take a blade out, dry it separately. Well, let's hope I got BBS here, because I don't think my face could take much more. I can get a better shave with a DE. That's the truth of the matter. That blade, that angle, still not as close as I'd like. And I've taken here, just taken the skin down to the point where today I'm going to have to do with almost BBS, and that's not good enough. Again, The scent. Now look at the size of that. I mean, if you drank that of coffee, how many coffees would you have to put in there to get a decent espresso? It'd take a while. Alright, squeeze out my brush. Now, again, where did I put it? It was here somewhere. My brush to dry, I just drop straight in like that. And that way it keeps the shape. And being paper, it helps air it, helps dry it, keeps it dry. It allows my badger to be restored. Samson's going in the sink. And my opinion of this, shaving soap, perfect. No complaints. It's like all Toobs, about as good as you're ever going to get. The scent, very citrusy, but not a citrusy I like. It's like a factory citrus. I don't want to go bathroom puck or, you know, but it's that sort of industrial thing. It's almost like they've used an industrial cleaner scent, you know. Oh well, you got to have the upside. Whenever I come across something that's not fantastic for me, is it goes into a few pay it forwards and quickly gets down how much I've got to use up. And you know, if other people shave it and say they like it, great. And if they don't, well, they can do what I do, pay it forward. Well, people rarely pay forward anything that they absolutely love, they can't live without. It's the last one in the universe. Now, Samson is awesome. So, don't particularly when I'm using my larger brushes, but this one I actually scored it for some more soaps I have to get around to. For the sterling, I finally got something where the sterling's got a bit of room and not going to constantly hit the side. So yeah, it's just a one-off. I'm Stevie Daily Shaver. Remember, good food, good friends, good shaves, amen. And while it's nice to be important, it's far more important to be nice. Go forth and spread the message. Good shaves and goodbye.